The golden years of my original Mbuna crew are behind us. After some poor stocking choices, a couple of leaks, and one swollen cabinet too many, it's time for a complete reset. The 450-liter tank has to go, all the way down to the basement. Meanwhile, the fish are chilling in their cozy retirement house, and honestly, they've never looked better. But there's nothing more exciting in this hobby than starting fresh, so buckle up, agents. Operation Warzone Restarts begins now. Before we get to work on the restart, let's take a look at how my fish are doing. I have to say, I'm genuinely surprised how well things turned out. The fish seem to have settled in perfectly here. I was really worried after our last operation because of the size of this temporary tank and the typical behavior of this fish in smaller spaces. I spent a long time battling with the idea of what to do with my remaining crew, and I'm glad I decided not to give them away. You know, when you raise a pet from a very small size, it's incredibly hard to let go. I told myself, if I do give them away, it has to be to someone who'll take an excellent care of them. But after exploring my options, I found that's much harder than it sounds. Believe it or not, they have actually become more peaceful than they were in the Warzone tank. My guess is, there are only a few females left, so no reproduction related drama anymore. And overall, they've got more hiding spots in this layout compared to the tank size, which probably helps too. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. They always greet me when I walk into the room. I'd like to believe it's not just because they're hungry. Also, they've started digging a lot. That sand mountain definitely wasn't there when I set up the tank. So yeah, all signs of good natural behavior are there. I had just one minor issue so far. My old Fluval 205 started leaking. That's why it's sitting in the bowl, but honestly, I saw that coming, so it's fine. Long term though, I'm not sure this tank can support that many fish, so I might end up giving some of them away, but only to a truly good home in another hobby setup. Hopefully, I won't have to. We'll see. Yeah, as you can see, the tank is already down and resting on the stand. Now, I don't know if you ever had the pleasure of moving over 100 kilos of gloves down a flight of stairs, but let me tell you, it was fun. Thankfully, with a bit of muscle and help from my family, we managed to get it into the basement without shattering anything, so that's a win in my book. Now it's time to install the background. First, I had to clean off the back panel, which still had traces of olive oil. Yeah, olive oil. That's what I used last time to stick it on. And guess what? I'm using it again. It actually works way better than dish soap. Trust me. No streaks, no bubbles, no drama. You know the procedure. Slap it on like a sticker bomb. Squish the air out like it's bubble wrap. Press it down with some trusty particle board. And let the magic happen. Now that the background is finally in place, it's time for your favorite segment, agents. Alright, let's get this thing going. I've got some rock prepared and waiting to go into the tank. Some are big new pieces I picked up. Others are battle-hardened veterans from the previous layout. As always, I start with rock protection. Gotta save the glass from any unexpected rock slides. To plan things out, I cut a piece of texture board to match the size of the tank. This way I can play around with the layout without scratching the aquarium. Highly recommend that if you value your sanity. I've got some seriously cool pieces here, like this flat rock. Ever seen one this wide? In the Warzone setup, it worked as the prime real estate for a cave. Some are massive and flat, exactly what you want for Malawi tanks. Sharp rocks are just lawsuits waiting to happen in fish terms. When designing Escape, always think about what kind of fish you're building it for. You've got the three main types of African cichlids. Mbuna, the feisty little guys from rocky shores. Super territorial, insist on rocks. Then you got Peacocks and Haps, the smoother operators, more open space swimmers, but still enjoy the occasional rock condo when love's in the air. They need less rocks, more so visual breaks. Some people even use fake plants, and you know what? I might do that too this time. I'm leaning towards something a bit more peaceful than the classic Mbuna chaos, even though I absolutely love their personalities. Let's be honest, you'll never beat Mbuna for color, if the setup is right. But hey, I can always rearrange the battlefield later, add more rocks or bring in the mossy reinforcements. So pause the video right now and let me know in the comments. Should I go Mbuna, Peacocks or Haps? Right now, I'm favoring Haps, so that's what I'm building this tank for. And there we go, Aquascape done. I think it turned out great. Lots of swim space, plenty of caves, and it just feels balanced. It's time to transfer into the tank, so with the magic of editing, boom, it's in. Ready for some fish to bite into their new territory. Now for the sand. I'm raising the good old Warzone substrate. And yeah, it's filthy. Like archaeological dig through the dark ages filthy. Glad I finally decided to wash it. Just look at the nastiness coming out of that water. I even hit it with boiling water, just in case. You never know what's lurking in 6 years old sand. It's like casting out a demon from someone who didn't know they were possessed. The Aquascape is officially done, and if you ask me, it's looking mighty fine. I really took my time with this one, gave it my all to make it look natural. That flat rock from earlier, now acting as a structural background. Love how it came together. Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't go anywhere, we've still got some big steps ahead. The Warzone restart continues. Okay, I've placed the tank exactly where it's supposed to be. Level it up one more time, you don't want any leaning tower of Mbuna situation down the line. And now we're ready to fill her up. And water's in. No leaks, always a win. The sand settled nicely, smoothed itself out like it knows it's showtime. And with that, it's officially ready to start maturing biologically. Now seeing it like this, it feels like it needs some of that taller fake grass into the pack. Just to break it up visually. We'll get there. Obviously, this is just the beginning. I still need to install the filters from the old setup, finish the casting around the frame, and add some beneficial bacteria to kickstart the cycle. There's still a lot of work ahead, but I'm fully committed, because the best part, the fish haven't even arrived yet. That's when things really come to life. So stay submerged for more updates, agents. This mission is just getting started. Underwater Dept, out.